I have to say, I'm gonna really miss KonoSuba when it ends. And based on what I've seen now, I don't have an official source, I've just seen some individual postings on Reddit on r/anime, but supposedly this could be ending next week. Similar to the first season, this is supposedly going to be 10 episodes, as the Blu-ray listing is 5 volumes, 2 episodes each, identical to what season 1 did. Now, I don't have an official confirmation, so this could end up being a 12 or 13 episode series. However, it would make sense if this is ending next week, because we're finally kind of finishing up this hot spring mini arc here, and based on how this episode ends with pretty much a witch hunt about to happen, it would make sense for them to wrap up season 2 at that point. If we get more, hey, I'm not going to be complaining, but I'm expecting the same thing's going to happen that happened with season 1. I'm willing to put money on this. Maybe I'll be wrong. You never know what Studio Dean might do here. However, I do think they are going to confirm a season 3 once season 2 ends next week, or if it does end up next week, because there's a lot of material for them to adapt. They're only doing 10 episodes a season, so there's a lot of room for them to either do it every year or every other year, and I'm hoping they go that route because I had a blast with this episode. Seriously, this town is, I think, the best location we've seen in KonoSuba so far. Just the overall cult worshipping bullshit that goes on here. How Aqua feels like she's finally at home, but then they just kind of throw it back in her face. They don't believe she is really their goddess. And just the overall characters and how they each break in their own way. Megami just wanting to go home, shaken. She looks just horrible. Darkness is in love with this town. I mean, she gets stoned by kids on the playground, for hell's sake. But then Kazuma is just like, he's trying to have a bath, and then he realizes, oh, it's another one of these cult worshipping badass motherfuckers here. And just, I loved how just throughout this episode we get more and more of that, but also we get to see just this random side character who we don't even know his name, but he's identical to Kazuma, who's just like, leave me the hell alone. I thought this town would be perfect. They're all just bullshit. I just loved how he kept popping up off and on. I thought he just had some really good facial reactions and just random things to say that really just made me laugh out loud, I have to say. But this episode, for being the hot spring episode like I thought it would do, it twisted it. I thought they were going to have a much more focus on the hot springs, but they only had it focused for maybe a few minutes of this episode, like 5 minutes or so. But it did feel like when they were doing the cliche bath episode, they still did their own thing with it, and that's why I like KonoSuba, because it's not just cliche. They make fun of the cliche in their own way. I thought just when they threw the cat over and Cosmo's like, you can't throw the damn cat over the wall there because I was peeping on you. There's just a lot of really solid jokes to just, I have to say, just Aqua. Aqua's horrible. Aqua's just a shitty character, but I love how of a bitch she is. Honestly, I love how just she gets progressively worse, and it makes her more funny. I mean, she's literally purifying the hot springs, turning into just hot water, which results in everyone wanting to kill her, and they're trying to burn the witch now. Like, just the overall comedy these past few episodes has been great. I love this kind of this overarching little mini plot point, because there isn't too much of a story. Like, there is an overarching goal of defeating the Demon King, but there isn't too much of an overarching story. It's more of Cosmo's slice of life adventures. How can he not get killed and not get screwed over by his party? But this is kind of like the mini arc to wrap up this season. I thought it's a really interesting thing, them going on this adventure, reaching this town that it's the worst town, but it's also the best town, and just what they're doing with the animation and just the stylistic changes they've been doing these past couple episodes have really made the comedy pop and shine even more. I just really love KonoSuba. You know, it's gonna be sad when it ends. I'm hoping, you know, the rumors aren't true and it is ending next week, but even if it does, I'm hoping we won't have too long of a wait for a season 3, because this series sells like crazy. It seems like this is gonna be Dean's moneymaker. I hope they have the ability to do more, because I've been loving this season. I can't wait to see how next week's witch hunt wraps up, because I thought from the comedy to the new character dynamics, just everything about this episode, it was near perfect for a KonoSuba episode. But I'd be interested to hear, did you love the episode? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just okay? And what was your favorite moment in the episode and why? Be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and before you leave, hit that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.